Good morning, Bellevue Heights Church. Welcome to Tuesday's version of BHC Today. This is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. As a native South Dakotan, I'm going to talk about a South Dakota icon, the Reverend Harold Salem, a longtime pastor and voice of the Christian worship hour. Pastor Salem died in Aberdeen, South Dakota on December 18th, 2020, at the age of 99. He had been in the hospital about 2.5 weeks for being treated for pneumonia. This is according to Bill Edwards, president of the Christian Worship Hour. Pastor Salem began pastoring at the age of 23, starting at the First Baptist Church in his hometown of Belfouche, South Dakota. Belfouche was 70 miles south of my hometown of Buffalo. Between Buffalo and Belfouche, there was virtually nothing except for Highway 85, which is the U.S. highway, and that highway was wide open. My dad wanted to go to a Baptist church, since Buffalo did not have a Baptist church. My parents joined the church, the Baptist church there in Belfouche, the First Baptist Church. And that's where I, as a teenager, first met Pastor Salem. Our families became very close. He officiated at my older brother's wedding. He baptized my twin sister and my younger brother. I had already been baptized at a youth camp in Rapid City, South Dakota. And I will never forget that baptism, because when I came out of that creek, I felt like I had a halo over my head. During my high school years, my family and I spent many Sunday afternoons at the Salem home. I got to know Pastor Salem fairly well. In fact, so well, I called him Harold, which is also my dad's name. His wife Beulah was very hospitable and very nice, and we also got along very well with their 4 kids, 2 boys and 2 girls. Now, Harold and Beulah were married for 59.5 years before Beulah passed away in the year 2005, and on Christmas Eve. Upon my high school graduation, Harold and I talked about college. He urged me to attend Sioux Falls College, which is a Baptist college in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and that's 500 miles from my hometown of Buffalo. I am eternally grateful for Pastor Salem, for my friend Harold, where I not only received a good education with him pointing me to Sioux Falls College, but also got some good Christian training. The school has since changed its name to the University of Sioux Falls, but it remains Baptist. Harold stayed at the First Baptist Church in Belfouche for a little over 13 years before he moved to Aberdeen, where he spent the next 52 years and 8 months as pastor at Aberdeen's First Baptist Church. While pastoring the church, he started the First Baptist Christian School, now called the Aberdeen Christian School. He also enjoyed leading numerous tours to the Holy Land as it brought the Bible to life for many. He started broadcasting his sermons on the Christian Worship Hour in 1979. Although he left his post at the church in 2010, he remained the church's pastor emeritus. He also continued his life of ministry on the Christian Worship Hour television show, which is broadcast around the world and today reaches 1.6 billion homes. He loved what he did and was totally absorbed in his work, Edwards said. He was known to provide personal responses to those who wrote in with questions, like theological questions, and people who just were in dire need. His preaching was legendary. Among his many awards, he was awarded the Pastor of the Year honor twice by the South Dakota Baptist Convention and was inducted into the South Dakota Hall of Fame in the year 2000. His legacy will endure for generations. As a personal note, Ginny and I visited Harold on 3 different occasions, 2 of which he invited us to stay overnight, and on the 3rd visit, he met us at a restaurant. Everybody in the restaurant seemed to know him, even people he had never met. Reverend Harold Salem was one of the most gracious, loving, and godly men that I've ever met. We are all familiar with the Energizer Bunny. In my estimation, Pastor Salem was the original Energizer Bunny. He was my mentor and good friend. I'm looking forward to seeing my good friend again. Have a blessed day.